Welcome back to Music Theory Logic. Andrew here, and today is going to be like a different kind of music theory breakdown, a breakdown where I do it from the guitar. And this is one of my favorite bands of all time, the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I'm rocking my Counterpoint Culture t-shirt under my hoodie, and as Counterpoint Culture, one of our biggest influences was Red Hot Chili Peppers, from our ripping bass playing of Dylan to the way I approach guitar, and the four of us approached that singer, guitar, bass, drums lineup. And one of the songs that we covered was Soul to Squeeze, and I'm going to play it for you. There's a bend in it, which I'll do my best on this acoustic guitar. Probably could do it cleaner on an electric, but for all of my miking purposes, it's a little bit simpler to do it this way. So Soul to Squeeze, the guitar, the sections sound like this. Cool. So hopefully that was close enough to the song for you to keep watching. It's a really fun thing to play. I feel like playing music, regardless of what you do with it, even if you play by yourself, no one ever hears you. It's such an enjoyable thing to do. So keep learning those instruments and playing. After all, music is for the soul. All right. So the song starts out, and the way I thought about this when I was learning it, I was thinking of being in the key of like F sharp minor. F sharp minor is the same thing as A major. All right, we start with an A major. I played that with one finger. This bend. Back to that note A. Back to A. And then basically to the F sharp. And that repeats. Then this is where it gets really kind of weird. G, E, G, E, G. All right, so we're in the key of F sharp minor, that G, E, G, E. That note we don't find in the key of F sharp minor. We find it in B minor. So one of the things that's interesting about that is it's almost modal. It makes it sound really funky, and that's a core part of the Chili Peppers. But basically, it's a flatted second on a minor key. So like, you could almost call it a Phrygian. Really, really awesome riff. And fun to play again. All right, so again, the first part I think of as being in the key of F sharp minor or A major, probably more specifically A major. But we have that minor 7 or flatted 7th, which we could call A mixolydian. So I would probably call that A mixolydian. But again, it doesn't really matter what we call it. It sounds cool, but trying to get inside the head of Frusciante and Flea and Anthony Kiedis, Chili Peppers, it's just kind of fun to do. So after that part of the song, it goes to these chords. F major, C major, D minor, C, D minor, F, D, or C, B flat. All right, so all of a sudden the music moves to what I would call the key of F major. Now this is somewhat unexpected. We've transposed, but again, it feels pretty cool doing this G, E, G. We also find those notes in the key of F major. It's part of the reason it works. So in the key of F major, this is a 1 chord, a 5 chord, a 6 chord, a 4 chord. So 1, 5, 6, 4, pretty simple. Then we go back to the 6 chord, up to the 1 chord, the 4 or the 5, the 4, once again, that's 1, 5, 6, 4, 6, 1, 5, 4. Now, this is another example. A lot of my students will kind of argue with me about learning bar chords. They're so frustrating in the beginning. A bar chord on the guitar is when you're touching every string. Another way of calling a bar chord is a movable chord, and the reason it's a movable chord shape is any chord where I'm pressing every string on the guitar, I can literally move my hand up or down, and it's going to work. Open chords are chords like this E minor, where we have open strings, or strings that we're not touching. Those don't sound the same when we move them up, because I'm only changing 2 of the otherwise 6 notes that you would hear. All right, so learning movable chords really helps. F major, even though some people learn it like this, that's really a piece of this chord. And so it is a movable chord shape. The F, C, D minor, B flat right there in the key of standard tuning on the guitar. A B flat is down here. That chord is also a movable shape, A up a fret. So this can be a tough song to learn, especially on an acoustic, but it's super fun, and it shows us that we can have an intro in a different key than the original. If you use notes that are overlapping, it's more likely to make those 2 sections sound similar. Because they repeat that multiple times, it sounds even catchier. The intro stands on its own as a pretty cool riff. I love playing that and listening to it. The chorus, or the verse, chorus, the other part of the song feels somewhat simple. It's almost like without that intro, it doesn't have that same rock and roll sort of feel. So that helps it a lot. And once again, a much different kind of song breakdown. Let me know if you find these helpful, and if you'd like me to show you other songs on the guitar and then talk about where those notes come from and kind of break down how you could learn those songs. If you found this helpful, you would help me out a ton by subscribing to the channel. Hit the bell for notifications so you find out when I make a new video. Once again, my name's Andrew. Thanks for hanging out at Music Theory Logic, and I will see you next time. Cheers.